Mike Dean admits disappointing decision in the Chelsea vs Tottenham game. Mike Dean has admitted that Cristian Romero should have been sent off against Chelsea for pulling Marc Cucurella's hair. Despite it being nearly a week since it happened, the Chelsea vs Tottenham game is still the talk of the town. Thomas Tuchel and Antonio Conte are set to receive a touchline ban and fine for their actions after the final whistle. However, none of this would have happened if Cristian Romero had been rightfully sent off for pulling Marc Cucurella's hair moments before Spurs' last-minute equaliser. When watching the game, it looked pretty clear that Mike Dean, who was on VAR, was going to send Anthony Taylor over to the monitor to review the incident and send Roma off. Unfortunately, that didn't happen and the game resumed, with Harry Kane rescuing a point for Conte's side seconds later. The referees have faced a lot of backlash after this decision, so much so that Dean is not on VAR duty for the upcoming game week. Speaking in his Daily Mail column, the VAR referee said that he made a mistake not advising Taylor to review the hair pull. Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang edges closer to Chelsea move after a positive meeting. Fabrizio Romano provides yet another update when it comes to Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang's potential move to Chelsea this summer. According to Romano, a meeting between Aubameyang's and Chelsea's camp was positive Thursday evening as the Gabonese international edges closer to a move back to London. It has been reported that personal terms should not be an issue for the 33-year-old and the two camps are on the same page when it comes to the contract. Barcelona is currently asking for £30 million for the forward, but the price tag is considered too high. Chelsea will restart talks with the Spanish side to try to agree on a price for Aubameyang. Despite joining the club on a free transfer in January, Barcelona is willing to sell the 33-year-old due to the current money situation at the club. Aubameyang played 24 games for the Spanish side last year, scoring 13 goals in the process. The ex-Arsenal man may see less game time this season if he wishes to stay after Barcelona completed the signing of goal-scoring machine Robert Lewandowski. Chelsea has already had a busy transfer window signing Raheem Sterling, Marc Cucurella, Kalidou Koulibaly, Carney Chukwuemeka, and Gabriel Slonina. Bringing in Aubameyang could bolster the Blues' attack this season, with Chelsea already sending Romelu Lukaku out on loan to Inter Milan and Timo Werner moving back to his former side RB Leipzig on a permanent deal. Chelsea look to sign Atletico Madrid's French midfielder Thomas Lemar. French midfielder Thomas Lemar was one of two potential targets from Atletico Madrid for the Blues this summer after Todd Boehly's takeover of the club. According to Nathan Gissing, both Thomas Lemar and Marcos Llorente were seriously looked at to be potential targets for Chelsea this summer earlier in the window. Blues boss Thomas Tuchel liked the idea of bringing Lemar to the club due to his versatility to play wing-back and in attack, but the Spanish club wanted to keep him. Lemar's teammate Lorente refused to join Chelsea after a fee of £60 million was agreed upon by the two clubs within the first couple of days of the summer window. The 26-year-old joined Atletico Madrid back in 2018 from Monaco for a fee of £64.8 million. Since then Lemar has played 144 games for Diego Simeone's side, becoming a constant starter when fully fit. Instead of Lemar, Chelsea signed Marc Cucurella from Brighton and Hove Albion to strengthen the Blues' left side of defence. Cucurella is set to give the recovering Ben Chilwell competition for the left wing-back spot, with Marcos Alonso highly likely to join Barcelona. Cucurella made his home debut last weekend in the London derby 2-2 draw against Spurs. The Spaniard managed to grab an assist after delivering a perfect corner to Kalidou Koulibaly, who volleyed it home. Chelsea, close to agreement for Marcos Llorente. With the injury issue surrounding both Mateo Kovacic and N'Golo Kante, Chelsea have looked for midfield reinforcement options this summer, options that reportedly include Marcos Llorente. Though the onus has been on defensive transfers this summer, the Blues have also looked into bringing in a midfielder or two as well. There have been players like Frenkie de Jong repeatedly linked with a move, though a new name surfaced today: Atleti's Marcos Llorente. Di Marzio's Luca Bendoni was the one to break Chelsea's interest in the Spaniard on Thursday. According to Bendoni, Chelsea and Atletico Madrid have been in negotiations and are close to reaching an agreement on a fee of around €60 million for the midfielder. Despite negotiations being very advanced, it does not appear that the 27-year-old will be on his way to London. According to Bendoni, Lorente has refused to leave Madrid for the Premier League. It remains to be seen if this refusal will put the Blues off from pursuing this deal more. The bid being reported was sent in early July, so it seems that they might not be returning to the negotiating table in the near future for a player who does not wish to join the club. Inter Milan has started to show interest in Chelsea defender Trevoh Chalobah. Italian giants Inter Milan looks to bring in English youngster Trevoh Chalobah, who could potentially leave Chelsea on loan this summer in search of regular game time. According to trusted journalist Fabrizio Romano, Chalobah is prepared to leave on loan, with Chelsea looking to bring in French defender Wesley Fofana. Inter Milan has reportedly shown interest in the 23-year-old, who has been added to the club's short list of potential buys this summer. With Chalobah, Inter Milan is currently looking at Lazio's experienced centre-back Francesco Acerbi and Borussia Dortmund's Swiss defender Manuel Akanji to potentially replace Milan Skriniar, who is heavily rumoured to leave for PSG. The 23-year-old impressed in his breakout season last year, making 30 appearances for the Blues. Chalobah has not played a single game yet this season and looks to have been knocked down the pecking order. Chelsea is still knocking at Leicester City's door for 21-year-old Fofana. The Blues have had 2 bids already rejected but look to come back with a third attempt to secure the French defender. Fofana has expressed his desire to join the London club to pursue Champions League football and has become frustrated with Leicester due to pricing the defender too high. The Foxes are holding out for a bid that would make Fofana the most expensive defender in world football. This would force Chelsea to make a bid for over £80 million, which Manchester United brought England captain Harry Maguire for. Manchester United hopeful over signing Christian Pulisic from Chelsea. Yet another outgoing for the Blues is in the works as Man United lead the way in securing a loan move for Christian Pulisic ahead of the transfer deadline on the 1st of September. The news of their pursuit broke earlier in the week, along with the revelation that the American would prefer a move up north to where he is guaranteed weekly minutes. The signing of Raheem Sterling from Manchester City has seemed to cramp up the battle for a first 11 spot on Thomas Tuchel's side, after the England international started both of Chelsea's opening Premier League matches versus Everton and Tottenham. So, with playing time seeming increasingly more difficult to come by, the winger is hoping a temporary switch to another top English side will prepare him for the Qatar World Cup in December. The latest report from ESPN right James Ollie has detailed that the Red Devils remain hopeful that a loan agreement will be reached in time despite interest coming in from Newcastle, Juventus and Atletico Madrid. Ollie continued by saying that clarity over his Blues' future is expected to be disclosed in the coming days, as supporters wonder why their club can't seem to keep their attackers very happy.